let me start off like this. So I've been born and raised in the church. Okay. My father was a pastor for almost 60 years. And growing up in the church, you know, when you've been raised in the church, people become familiar, too familiar with, and some of the gifts and talents that God has placed in us, or in me and my two brothers, it became like overlooked or unappreciated. And it's not a good feeling, you know, to be, you know, giving God your all and just people just look at you like, oh, that's just Melanie.
Right.
Oh, that's just Leroy and Michael. And it just makes us feel, or I should say, it made me feel so really bad, you know, and I still struggle with it sometimes.
So feeling displaced and feeling like you're seen but not heard.
Yes, feeling like I'm seen but not heard. Let me give you an example. Let me just use my two brothers. Even though they went home to be with the Lord early, too soon, but they were phenomenal musicians.
Amazing.
Michael Joseph, they both were raised up in the church. Michael was like a Kirk Franklin. He was before his time. Michael died in 2009 at 39 years old. Michael had so much music in his head. He was a musical genius. But in his home church, it was like, oh, that's just Mike. But outside the world, he was known. He was respected, appreciated. I mean, he played on labels.
Yeah.
But at his own church, they like, oh God, he's playing that jazz music. What is that noise? What's all of that music? You know, they didn't really they took him for granted. My other brother too, Leroy Jr., he phenomenal musician, very traditional. And he played on albums. He recorded albums.
Yeah.
But in his own church, you know, he wasn't really
Ho-hum.
Yeah. So what happened? They left. They left their father's ministry and to go elsewhere where they got paid, you know.
But we don't realize that the PKs are anointed and they are absolutely gifted.
And I would love to have a music school or you know, something in memory of my brothers.